Always thanks to the StFX team and all the planning, time, and energy that went into putting this series together and choosing the finalists and ultimately the winners. I know I say this from time to time, but truly this year the candidates were amazing. It was really difficult to pick two. And at one point I said to Mary, well, maybe I'll pick three. And she went, Trudy? Okay. So I truly appreciate being back here on campus, the warm reception that I and my friends from Toronto receive from the students and faculty here. It's, I said this morning that we actually get out of this as much as we hope we give. And now to the 2008 winners. The first winner I will announce today is a young woman, a fellow Maritimer, an honors student, and an achiever. And she has been since her high school days at Buisness Academy. Arriving on this campus in the fall of '04, Katie McIntyre totally immersed herself in not only the academic side of university life, but also the extracurricular side. She's a student senator, has co-chaired the Quality of Life Committee, and as a member of the Committee on Studies in Art, has assisted in the preparation of the academic calendar. As a complement to the pursuit of her Bachelor of Business Administration degree with honors in marketing, Katie has also participated in a cooperative education program where she has experienced the real working world while still partially sheltered under the StFX umbrella, rather like the training wheels we use when learning how to ride our first bicycle. Confident, hardworking, level-headed, and responsible, I am told that Katie is also an excellent communicator, all assets which will serve her well as she readies herself to take on the next chapter of her life. I agree with Katie that in business, you must obviously begin with the necessary business skills, but the addition of a friendly and approachable demeanor is an asset which can only serve to enhance your chances of success. Having grown up in a hometown-based cottage business in a small town in Nova Scotia, similar to mine in my dad's grocery store back in small town New Brunswick, I understand when Katie tells me she learned from a very young age that if you are able to maintain both a positive attitude and a sense of humor, even when the environment surrounding you isn't always conducive to such, you have learned a valuable lesson which will always serve you well. Katie's co-op reference describes her as a tremendous asset both to the company and to her colleagues, many of whom, while older and more experienced, learned from her and enjoyed her friendly and encouraging attitude. The account director at Chester & Co. notes, Katie is very conscientious with an excellent work ethic. She possesses wonderful perseverance skills, shows a great deal of initiative, and is never afraid to speak up or ask questions. Well-disciplined with a good sense of humor, Katie will be an asset to any business that is fortunate enough to hire her. The president of a business consulting firm where Katie also worked proudly tells me that she believes Katie epitomizes the character and talent which this award represents. She also endorses the fact that Katie has a wonderful work ethic, is responsible and very self-directed, and has an approach to problem solving which is often laced with humor and always based in sensitivity and good judgment. My sense of Katie is that her accomplishments and beliefs are reflective of a smart young woman with fine roots, that she is a young woman of substance who will never compromise her principles and will go on to many more successes. The next winner today is also a fellow Maritimer, which will always be a particular source of pride for me. Her academic record at StFX is most impressive, but this only reflects a portion of her considerable attributes. Kimberly Harton has served 2 terms as Vice President of Finance of the Students' Union, a role which demonstrates a real commitment to her school and also to her peers. A position to which considerable time must be devoted, and one which is described by one of her profs as not only a mature career move, but also a gutsy interpersonal move, since the student in this position must work effectively with another group of "we want to change the world" student leaders. Obviously, diplomacy is a necessary attribute to possess during the inevitable battles of the balance sheet. Kimberly has effectively married her academic excellence here as the top student of the class of 2009 with an enviable record of determination and leadership in both volunteer and extracurricular activities. She is an impressive young woman with brain power who will have a larger impact on the business world and her community in the years to come. She works hard because it is part of her character, and she enjoys making things happen. I am told Kim is a scrapper, and I chuckled when I read this description. It is a word that has often been used to describe me. She is poised, has excellent presentation skills with strong vocal delivery, is confident but not cocky, and has a wonderful ability to connect with the people to whom she is speaking. During her time here at X, she has learned a very important lesson in business and life, and that is, do not give up. In her first year as VP Finance of the Student Union, Kim was presented with a moment of extreme defeat during Frosh Week 2007. The various events generated a significant loss on an already strained budget. Although disappointed and disheartened, Kim spent the rest of the year reevaluating, controlling, deliberating, problem solving, and adapting. And as a result, the Student Union finished the year not only without having to make program cuts, but also with a modest profit. I smiled again when I read her comments regarding those who believe that in order to be a successful woman in business, you must be hard, fierce, detached, and dominant. Kim's philosophy is that courtesy, empathy, and acceptance will take you a long way in achieving success. As one of the few women in the very male world of newspaper publishing, I was constantly confronted by difficult male colleagues who thought if they talked over me, they would win. And Kim, I am proud to say, I never did become hard, fierce, detached, or dominant, but I did manage to rise to the top of Sun Media by retaining my collegial style of management, and I think your philosophy is a sound one. In her own words, Kim tells me she believes success comes to those who recognize the strengths in others and have the ability to utilize those strengths to meet the high standards that today's business environment expects. Wise words indeed from a young woman about to embark on a career in business.